Hi, my name is Pastor Mario Sims of Doulos Chapel. I have with me Sheila. This is with regard to the situation with Sheila McCarthy regarding the May 17th, 2019 incident with her involved with buckets of fecal matter and urine. And you want to give your name, please?
Tonya Whyde.
Okay, and Tonya, you want to explain what happened that day?
Yes, sir. Me and my husband, David Hurmon, was at the Lady of the Road doing our laundry and getting some breakfast. When we came back to the property of Doulos Chapel on South St. Joseph Street to find our tent full of urine.
And the tent was on church property, is that correct?
The tent was on Doulos Chapel's property, which we had permission for that to be.
Right.
Now, Sheila McCarthy does not care about the homeless people.
Right.
She's in it for the dollars. She then said, well, they're not there right now. They won't know we did this. Let's dump 4 or 5 buckets on my house, everything I own.
Now, the reason you found out that Sheila did it came from her own words? Yeah.
She, out of her own mouth, specifically said she didn't know somebody was home. She knocked on the door.
She knocked
on my tent door.
Okay.
First of all, there's no door.
Okay.
Anyway, she knows it's homeless people evidently, because they're somewhere, but they're not inside.
Right.
We were at the Lady of the Road, which is her facility, down on Main Street, where they, do everything over there in the sun, and get away with it. And Notre Dame is their funders, that part. Anyway, Sheila McCarthy is a really wrong woman, and justice needs to be served.
Now that day, Wayne Hubbard came up.
Wayne Hubbard came. The South Bend police officers got involved. Wayne Hubbard asked her.
Wait, now you got to explain, how did Wayne get involved? I know
because he says that homeless people don't have voices, and he's their voice.
Okay.
Well, I'm clearly a voice, and I have my own.
Okay, so now correct me if I'm wrong. Wayne arrives. He knocks on her door.
She didn't answer at first.
Okay.
About 2, 3, maybe 5 minutes at the most later. They both come out.
When you say
white guy.
Okay.
I don't know his name, but I know the white lady's name is Sheila McCarthy.
Okay.
They drove a little red, I don't know what kind of car, but it was a little 4-door car, man. A lawnmower in the back of it. That's the car they left in. Before the cops came.
And what did Sheila and the guy tell you?
But they knocked on the door and nobody answered.
Knocked on what door?
On the tent door.
Okay, but the tent doesn't.
And the tent doesn't even have a door.
And this was before they threw
Before they threw it on there, they knocked on the tent. Nobody responded.
To make sure no one was in the tent.
Right. So just throw it on there because nobody's there. Is that fair?
And then did they go back in the house then and throw the buckets of?
Yeah, they went back upstairs all the way up the 3rd floor to throw it out the window onto the tent. That's clearly under the window. Was
it just the worker or was it?
It was Sheila McCarthy.
Okay.
That did this.
Okay.
She physically, out of her mouth, said, "I did this because it was less messy." What? I would rather had a bath.
Okay.
I could have took a bath.
So
saved in their house and other things.
Now after that, you said that they offered to get you Sheila got you a pizza.
Sheila McCarthy went and got some kind of pizza from somewhere with fish on it. It's not even cooked, anchovies or something.
Right.
And some Diet Coke, and offered us lunch.
Okay.
And a bus ticket to get out of town.
Why did she offer you a bus ticket?
To have us go live somewhere. We are from South Bend.
Okay.
We don't know where else to go.
Now, when you say in a bus ticket, you're not talking about transport.
She can give us where we need to go to move. Out of town. Get us a bus ticket. Greyhound ticket to go somewhere. Where are we going?
Okay.
And then she's seen me many a days afterwards, never apologized. She doesn't want to apologize. She doesn't even want to admit to me that she's wrong. As a woman, wrong.
Okay. Now, she is the executive director of Motels4Now, is that correct?
And she's getting funded so much money. She's being funded so much money to do dirty to people.
Okay.
To do dirty to people. That's not fair.
Okay.
There has to be a stop. Can somebody push the stop button?
Okay, thank you. Is there anything else that you want to add?
Does South Bend have this much money they're giving away? I need some.
Okay.
If they're giving it away for free, I got a couple kids I'm raising.
Okay.
What do you need a place to live?
All right. If that's all you want to say.
That's all I got, sir.